This is our Andean bear exhibit. It's also called spectacled bear exhibit, and they're called that because in the wild they're actually found in the rainforest of the Andes Mountains in South America. They're also called spectacled bears because if you take a look at our smaller bear here, she's got face markings, and a lot of the facial markings make them look like they're wearing glasses or spectacles. So that's why the common name is spectacled bear. They're one of the only bears found in South America. These bears are also very arboreal. What they do is they get up into a tree and they bend the branches around and they build a nest or a bed, and they eat whatever they want on the tree. Usually it's the berries or the leaves. And then after a few days they move to another tree and do the same thing. Technically an omnivore. They'll eat meat. They have been known to catch some animals, wild animals like deer or something in South America. The two bears we have here are Willie and Pattie. Willie is the larger. He weighs about 315 pounds. He's about 26 years old, and he's been at the zoo since he was just a few years of age. Pattie is the smaller bear. She's our female, and she's about 22 years old, and she's also been here since she was just a couple years old. So they've actually been together for like 15, 20 years, for a long time, and they kind of act like an old married couple. It makes it interesting when you have to separate them for any length of time, because she just really doesn't like that. And she'll make all sorts of noises and complain and argue with you, but she also will yell at him if he bugs her. We do a lot of training with them. They're trained to present their paws so we can get a good look at the pads of their feet, and if they get a cut we can treat it. We're working on doing injection training so that if we do have to sedate them, we can just ask them to present their hip, give them the injection, and it's real easy and simple. We give them a lot of toys. We have really hard plastic balls to give them, and they can bat those around. We'll put them in the pool. Willie especially loves to play in his pool. So during the summer, when it's really warm out, we'll give him ice pops. It's like a bucket, and that'll have either fish frozen in it, or we'll freeze like peanuts, raisins, and honey. And that lasts for a while, and they can actually use their claws to tear it apart, dig out everything, and it simulates them actually tearing apart the bark of a tree. Because that's also what they'll do in the wild, is they'll rip the bark off of a tree to get to the insects underneath it. We do actually have guests donate enrichment items. Usually it's things like scents. That's another type of enrichment we give. So they'll get perfumes, spices, or extracts, and we can spray those around or spread those around the exhibit, and those can actually be donated by public.